I am a Buddhist. This is the only thing we can do. We cannot go to the crash location, so we feel very sad. So we can only do our little bit and do whatever we can. Thank you. These women in rural Estonia are learning to fight. They're the newest recruits to a state-run paramilitary defense group. And for many of them, the war in Ukraine is top of mind.
My feelings are that if I'm needed, if I need to actually fight, I will fight.
500 new applicants have signed up since the start of the conflict. Tensions are high in the Baltic states, once ruled from Moscow.
Most of us in Baltic are living right now in frightening situation because it's just not normal what's going on. And we have to prepare, I think. I just can't sit and wait to see if something happens.
The training is taking place a few miles away from an airbase where NATO allies' planes are deployed. Unlike Ukraine, the Baltic states are part of the organization. NATO's treaty states other members will help them if they're attacked. Estonia's prime minister has said the country is not feeling a direct military threat. But the volunteer group's deputy chair, Helen Alas, says it's better to be safe than sorry.
You are either prepared and you know what to do, and it's much safer and much more useful if you know how to act in different crises, even if it's an armed conflict.
She's among the women here who say they're not leaving anything to chance.
I never realized that I have this inner urge to protect my country.
And do you think the threat is real?
Yes. It could be.
In your understanding, what does critical race theory mean? What is it?
Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson, who would be the first black woman ever to serve on the high court, fielded some tough questions on Tuesday from Republican senators on day 2 of her confirmation hearing.
It doesn't come up in my work as a judge. It's never something that I've studied or relied on, and it wouldn't be something that I would rely on if I was on the Supreme Court.
Republicans pressed her on issues related to race, with Senator Ted Cruz grilling her about a children's book on racism available at a private school for which she is a board member.
On page 33, it asks the question, can we send white people back to Europe? That's on 33. That's what's being given to 8 and 9 years old.
Senator, I have not reviewed any of those books, any of those ideas. They don't come up in my work as a judge, which I'm respectfully here to address.
Jackson also rejected claims from Republicans that she has been overly lenient towards some criminal defendants, particularly those convicted of child pornography.
As a mother and a judge who has had to deal with these cases, I was thinking that nothing could be further from the truth.
While Democrats praised her work as a public defender, some Republicans have criticized her for representing detainees at Guantanamo Bay, work Jackson defended as consistent with American values of fairness.
That's what makes our system the best in the world. That's what makes us exemplary.
Nominated for the lifetime seat by President Joe Biden in February to succeed retiring liberal Justice Stephen Breyer, Jackson has served since last year as a federal appellate judge after 8 years as a federal district court judge. Her confirmation would not change the court's ideological balance. It has a 6-3 conservative majority. But at age 51, her presence would allow Biden to freshen the court's liberal bloc with a justice young enough to serve for decades. A simple majority is needed for confirmation in an evenly divided Senate. With Vice President Kamala Harris as the tiebreaker, Jackson would get the job if Democrats remain united in the vote.
I think that every person who went from Ukraine now doesn't have a plan what to do, because we doesn't know when a war will be will finish, and of course we want to go home to our families, our friends, but now we don't know where it will, when it will be. I feel a little guilty because I am in safe, but they are not now.
We had never met a sports team from Ukraine before, even though we have a first league volleyball club here. But the narrative of war touched us. Regardless of what side we were on, all of us have been through it not long ago ourselves.
I couldn't be an indifferent spectator and watch what's happening on TV as if it was some kind of reality show. That's why I decided I had to do something. I didn't hesitate when I got the call to host a family. I responded immediately. We made a quick connection, and I have 2 families that are staying with me now after crossing the Ukrainian-Moldovan border.